You're probably very familiar with the account of creation, where God had created the very first man, Adam, and he said something very interesting in Genesis 2:18. He said, "It is not good for man to be alone. I will create a helper suitable for him." And that's when he created the first woman, Eve, as the wife for Adam, who apparently needed a companion, because God said it's not good for man to be alone. So thus, I know this is not rocket science, but let's think about this, ladies. Your husband, one of his core needs is your companionship. And I know some of you are thinking, well, that's great news, because I would love to be my husband's companion. I am looking forward to, moonlight walks where my husband and I hold hands and we just share deeply from our hearts and share our fondest hopes and dreams. Or maybe we just sit in front of the fireplace at home on a cold winter day and we talk about how our day has been, and we share all this time together as I'm his companion, and we share deeply from our hearts. And not exactly what your husband has in mind when he's thinking of companionship. Men and women are wired so differently, right? I've talked to my husband about this. I've talked to many male authors, Christian authors about this, and they all say the same thing. For most men, their idea of companionship, which is a core need, their version of companionship is something else. It's doing things physically together, as in going golfing together, going bowling together, attending a Seattle Seahawks game together. It's maybe it's taking a walk through the home improvement store together and looking at saws and hammers and screwdrivers, and it's doing things physically together, including having sex. This is your husband's version of companionship, and it is one of his core needs, most likely. So this doesn't mean that you can't ever ask your husband to do your form of companionship, where maybe you do share deeply from your heart from time to time, but it also means you don't ignore his need for that physical kind of companionship where you're actually doing things physically together. He'll probably love you for it. If you can even do something like say, "I'd love to go to the home improvement store with you and walk down the aisles together," and then actually do it. He'll appreciate it.